Welcome. Today it's a bright, beautiful and quite cold November day here in Sweden. I don't know what Aniri wants to talk about today, but let's invite them and see. We are here. We are always here. We tell you this every time that we are here, dear friends. We tell you this every time. We speak about this repeatedly, that we are here, we are with you. This is a difficult thing for you to understand and to accept. To accept that you are not alone. You are not alone on the planet. You are not alone in the universe. You are not alone in your apartment or your garden or wherever you are listening to this. You are never alone. There is no such thing as loneliness. It's a thing that you have invented. You have made it up. You have made a story around the concept of loneliness. You have made a story that loneliness is a very common thing on earth, and that many people, especially in the Western world, suffer from loneliness. On one level, that is true. On one level, many people in your society live alone, and that is not natural for human beings. It's not natural for any being to live alone. We are all meant to be together. We are one, we are united, unified. So in that sense, no one is ever alone. There is no such thing, but you experience loneliness. You believe that you are lonely. When you believe what you believe, you will experience. What you believe is true will be your reality. So when you believe in loneliness, you will feel alone. You will feel abandoned, separated. You will feel as if you are a singularity, one separate unit, one separate particle, not belonging to anyone or anything. It's as if you float around in the universe in your giant loneliness. That is not true. That is a story, it's a program, it is something that you have been brainwashed to believe. It is not true. You are never alone. We are always with you. We don't make things up. We don't do that. We don't speak about things that are not true, because all we know is truth. That's where we are. That's the level of vibration where we are. It's the level of truth. So when we say that we are with you, when we open our talks with "we are with you," we really mean it. We are with you. We don't have physical bodies, but if we did, you could touch us. In every moment you could touch us. Because we are there, we are so close. All you have to do is think about us. All you have to do is open your mind, open your heart to the possibility that we are here for you. We are with you. We are closer than you can imagine. We are in your mind. We are with you. If we had physical bodies, we would put our arms around you. We don't do that because we don't have any physical arms, but we put our love around you. We hold our emotional hands around you. That's the truth. That is the truth. We want you to think about this every day. We want you to spend a couple of minutes every day thinking about this, reflecting upon this, speaking to yourself about this concept of loneliness, it is a fairy tale. It isn't true. It's a bad movie that you're watching over and over and over again, and sooner or later you will believe it, because that's what happens when you watch a movie. If you watch a movie and you're not you're not being our dear being now is wanting to find a word, and we want to find a word through her. We want to calibrate ourselves when it comes to words, and sometimes she doesn't have access to the vocabulary that is hers. So when you watch one movie over and over and over again, you will sooner or later believe in it, because your mind won't get any questioning information, will not get any oppositional information, will not get any dialogue, no questioning of this movie. Can this be true? This is how brainwashing works. You hear something over and over and over again. You watch something over and over and over again. And one day you believe it. It's in your mind there is this function where you give up. You give up your, maybe you had some initial questioning, but you will give that up because there is no use. Because the same movie is run over and over and over again, and that's the case with loneliness. You've heard it since you were small children. You've heard fairy tales about it. You've read books about it. You've seen movies about it. You hear the news. You hear the news about the how many people in your country live on their own. How many experience loneliness. How many people suffer from loneliness, and that's. We don't say that people don't experience that. Of course they do. Of course they do. But it is a belief, and what you see in your society and what you see in your own life is nothing but a consequence of the sum of all beliefs in your mind, and in the mind of humanity, in the mind of your nation, in the mind of your part of the world, and in the mind of the world as a whole. It's the sum of all beliefs, all thoughts that have been spinning around in a mind. And when enough people believe the story of loneliness, it will come true. That will be a creation, or we could call it a miscreation, because it's not something that you want, but it's there now. And there are powers on the globe and around the globe who want this. They want you to feel lonely. They want you to feel powerless. They want you to feel weak, and they want you to feel ashamed of your loneliness, ashamed of being outside love and community. It evokes shame, you know. Everyone who has suffered from loneliness have felt a lot of shame, because it just comes with it. And there are powers that it is in their great interest that you feel these emotions, and that you lose your power, and that you become weak, because they want to have the power over you. This video is not about that, but we cannot speak about loneliness without mentioning them, because they do everything they can to make you feel lonely. So they run the movie, you know. They run the movie theater. They decide what films to show. And we come with a truth, which is the opposite of this. The truth is that you are never alone. The truth is we, or your guides, or angels, or other spiritual beings are with you. Loving energies are with you and around you. There is a loving attention on you 24/7, every day, no matter what you have done, no matter where you are. No matter how much you have failed, or no matter how much you have made someone else disappointed or angry or anything, no matter how much guilt you feel or shame or any emotion, we don't care about that, because we are with you. That's the case, that's the truth. Every day, no matter what, we are with you. We love you. Our love for you is unconditional. There are no conditions. You don't have to be in any special way. You don't have to look in any special way. You don't have to do any special things. Nothing like that. It's unconditional, no conditions. We love you. We love you, and we are with you. We are always with you. You are never alone. You can always open your mind to that. You can always repeat that to yourself. You can always talk to yourself about Aniri, who keeps repeating that they are with me. You can play with it. If you don't believe it, you can play with it. You can imagine that we love you. You can imagine being there alone and being surrounded by loving energies, loving thoughts. You can imagine that we have our attention on you, and that it's unconditional, positive, loving, encouraging, hopeful. That's what we bring to you, encouragement and hope. That is what we bring to you, and we do that because it is the truth. It is the truth. You are a great being, and there is hope for you. The future will be bright for you. When you choose to open up to us or any other spiritual guide, you bring hope into your life. You bring a positive future into your life. That's the truth. That's a consequence of opening up to not being lonely, but being unified, being one with everything, with us, with love, with Source, with everything. Then you start to feel hope in your heart, and you start to feel love and joy. So we are with you. We are also with this cat who joined our dear being now. Cats, they know that they are never alone. They don't think about those things. They just are. They are completely united always, and they know it. It's natural for them. It's you human beings who, you've got it the wrong way, and it's not your fault. You have been brainwashed for millennia and more. And now we are gently offering you a loving reprogramming, a loving way of undoing that brainwashing, opening up to the truth that we are with you. So, dear beings, repeat this to yourself. Watch this video again. Talk to yourself about the content of this video. It's like putting in new code in your computer, decoding it or recoding it, or whatever the English word can be for that. We are with you. We love you. We thank you very, very much for this wonderful November afternoon in Sweden. It's a cold day, a bright day. the sun is soon setting and our dear being is surrounded by her cats. We are with her, we are with you, we are with the cats, we are with everything, we are one. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.